Okay, I just wanted to take a moment to make another video to help you with domain and range because I feel like many kids struggle with this. So we're going to look at this again and we're just going to practice problems doing set notation and interval notation. Okay, so this first one right here, let's just zoom in on this guy right here. Domain and range. All right, so domain. Domain has to do with the x coordinates, right? So another way to think about domain, perhaps for you, let's make domain green. So if I look at my graph and I collapse that graph down to just the x-axis, it would cover these points on the x-axis, right? If I collapse it down. So that tells me that there's a beginning and an end to my x values. It begins at -5, the least number, and it ends at +5, the greater number. So if I put this in set notation, that means their x is between a -5 and a 5. So when I put it in set notation, it's going to look like this. X such that, now it definitely has a lower end, so x -5, x is between, oops, -5 and +5. Now, between means you're always going to use the less than values, okay? These guys right here, these are always be less thans when there's a clear ending and a clear beginning. Now I need to go back and decide, are they or equals to or are they not? Well, the left-hand boundary is open, so I'm going to leave it like it is. The right-hand boundary here is a closed circle, so I'm going to put an or equals to sign. Now let's do the same thing, but let's do this in interval notation. So interval notation would say to do this with the left hand, always left to right. So I might go from left to -5 to 5. It's an open circle, so it's a parenthesis on the right and a closed bracket on the left because it's a closed circle. Now let's consider range. Range, let's call it, make that yellow. All right, range is going to be yellow. So if I look at my graph from bottom to top, what are the y values? If I collapse it down on the y-axis, notice it's covering just those y values right there. So from bottom to top, I need to list my values. All right, so set notation, say y such that the lowest y value here is a -2. I always use less thans. The highest y value is a +2. And then I decide, are they closed or open? Well, down here, don't let this trip you up. Down here, it's open, right? At y is -2. But over here on the right, it's closed. So the closed one will trump the open, and I will use closed, I will use or equals to there. And since this one is a solid line going through that +2, I'm going to say or equals to there. Now when I convert this to interval notation, I know it's going to go from -2 to 2, and because they're or equal to's, I'm going to use brackets. All right, we're not going to worry about the function part because you've got that down. Let's try another one. Domain and range again, here we go. So let's do domain of this guy. Well, x values. If I collapse this thing down, this arrow right here tells me that it's going forever in this direction, and this arrow right here is telling me it's going forever in this direction. So that's all the numbers for x could be used. So when I do my domain, I'm going to say x such that x is an element of all real numbers, okay? And when I do the interval notation, it goes least to greatest. So -infinity to +infinity, right? It's always the way it's going in our x values. Now let's do the y values. So if I collapse this guy down to the y-axis, it's covering all the y values. And we're going to read it, like always, we're going to read from bottom to top on the y values. So least to greatest. Now, with set notation, that means all the y values are good, right? So I'm going to put in as y such that y is an element of all real numbers. Okay, and then it's negative infinity to positive infinity. They look the same here. Again, we don't need to worry about, is this a function? Yes, it is. It passes the vertical line test. So I want you to begin to see the connection here with this notation is the same as this. They have the same meaning. So if you're finding interval notation easier, then do the interval first. Then just know, oh, if I do this, two infinities, negative, positive, I'm going to do element of real numbers. That's the way my set notation will look. Whether it's the y or the x, it doesn't matter. If it's negative infinity to positive infinity, you're saying it's all real numbers. Let's try another question. All right, so as I look at domain on this, I'm going to be using my highlighter again to just collapse it down to the x-axis. And I'll notice that it's covering everything on the x-axis in both directions for infinity forever, right? This is positive infinity, this is negative infinity. So that should trigger in my head that that's all real numbers. So my set notation is going to look like this: x such that x is an element of all real numbers. And an interval notation that looks like this: negative infinity to positive infinity. And remember, we always use parentheses with infinities because they're not an actual location. Now, if we switch over to range, think about this graph. It only exists right here where y is 3. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So it's a very simple range. It's just going to be y such that y equals 3. That's it. That's all it is. And an interval notation, that's 2 brackets with the 3 in it. It doesn't exist anywhere else on that. Let's try another one. Let's look at this circle graph. Now, domain, again, I'm going to use a highlighter just to highlight. If I collapse this circle down to the x-axis, where is it going to hit? Well, it's only going to hit from negative 2 to 2. So as I write my notation, I know it has a clear ending, beginning and ending. All right, so this is one of those where x is between negative 2 and 2. So my notation has x between two numbers. And we decided they were negative 2 and positive 2. So this is the between notation you need to get used to. Now, these would be or equals to because that solid line is going through negative 2 and positive 2, so we put nor or equals to. So maybe you need to think of this kind of notation right here as between. It's the between notation, all right? It helps me remember that if there's a clear ending and beginning for x or y, that's the way the notation is going to look. Now, going back to interval notation, it's going to go left boundary to right boundary, lowest term to highest term, and because it's or equals to, I'm going to use brackets. Now, let's switch over to range. If I do range, the circle only exists from 1 to 5. Those y values only. So let's look at this. Again, it's a between. There's a clear beginning and ending. So this time I'm going to use y such that the lowest y is 1, the highest one is 5. And again, the same logic, the solid line goes through that value, so I'm going to put or equals to. And my interval notation will go from 1, 5, and I would use brackets. Okay, so let's look at this guy. This guy, if I collapse down to the x-axis, obviously it's going from here to here, right? But what I have to keep in mind is those arrows right there mean it's also going in this direction. It's not just going up, it's also going left and right. So in reality, all the x values are getting used. So when I write my domain statement, I'm going to say x such that x is an element of all real numbers. And as interval notation, it's going to look like this, negative infinity to positive infinity. Range, it starts down here where y is 0, and it continues on. And those arrows tell me that it's going on forever and ever and ever in the positive direction. So I'm going to use set notation. Y such that now y starts at 0 and it gets larger. So y is greater than or equal to 0. And as interval notation, it's going to go from 0 to positive infinity. It does exist at 0, so I put a bracket. The parenthesis goes, it makes a ending for the infinity sign. Okay, let's try this one. For domain, I'm going to visually collapse this down onto the x-axis. I can see that it's going to cover here, and it's actually going to cover all the way out here to negative 4. So I can see that it has a clear ending on the negative. It starts at negative 4 and it ends at positive 3 as I read it left to right. So my domain is going to be a between statement. It's going to be like x such that negative 4, x is between negative 4 and 3, and the negative 4 is a closed dot, and the 3 is an open circle. Notice it's an open circle, so I'm going to leave the 3 as just a less than, not a less than or equal to. Interval notation is going to look like this. It's going to go negative 4 to 3. I want a bracket on the negative 4, and I want a parenthesis on the 3. Now the range, it goes from negative 5, let's see, negative 5, all the way up, looks like, to positive 5. But they're both open circles, notice that. Okay, so coming back here, that means this is a between statement also. So y is between negative 5 and positive 5. Again, they're both less thans, always less than. These are open circles, so I'm not going to put an or equal line in there. And it's going to look like this, negative 5 to 5.
All right, let's look at this next graph. When we look at domain, remember we want to collapse this thing down to the x-axis, so it's real clear to see that it collapses here. But remember what those arrows mean. Those arrows mean they're going all the way this way and all the way this way also. So I could shade all of my x-axis. So in terms of set notation, that would mean that x is an element of all real numbers. There's no limitation on x. And then in interval notation, that would look like this, negative infinity to positive infinity. Now my range, if I notice my range here, my range, the lower value is here, but then the values go up, 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 because those arrows are going all the way up. So it's going to infinity, positive infinity. So for my range, it's going to look like this, y such that, so the lowest value for y is this negative 3. Y is greater than or equal to negative 3. And then my interval notation would be negative 3 to positive infinity. All right, I want you to pause the video and I want you to try these two on your own, then restart the video and I'll reveal the answers. We'll see how you do. So for this first one, if I collapse it down to the x-axis, these values for x are all being used from negative infinity up until I hit 5. And it stops at 5. So my statement would say x is less than or equal to 5. So interval notation would look like this, negative infinity to 5. Notice a parenthesis on the infinity and a bracket on this. The range, notice it's going down. So it's all the y values down here, but it stops abruptly here at 2. And so my statement would look like this, y is less than or equal to 2. So from negative infinity to positive 2 with the bracket. Now you try number 2 over here. Pause the video, try this one. So on number 2, If I look at it and I collapse it down to the x-axis, it's only using these values from -5 to -2. So my notation needs to indicate that x is between -5 and -2. So this is that between notation to practice. Notice it's not or equal to's because it's open circles. In the same way, the y values start here and they end up here at +4. So -4 to +4. But it's open circles, so I would not put or equal to. I would just leave it like this. And notice the interval notation, how they relate. Here's the two endings, least to greatest, parentheses, because it's open circles. I hope you did well. Let's try the next one. So on number 3, let's check your work. Notice, if I collapse my values down to the x-axis, it comes from -4 and it would go on forever because of this arrow right here. So x gets greater than -4. And then in interval notation it looks like this, -4 to +infinity. The range, it starts down here at -1 and it continues on forever and ever. So my range is going to look like this. Y is greater than -1. Because of the open circle right here, I do not have or equal signs. And also, I do not have brackets over here. I use parentheses. So from least to greatest, it's going to go -4 to infinity for my domain, -1 to +infinity for my range. Try number 4, pause the video, and then I'll reveal my answers. All right, on number 4, let's check our answers. The domain, if I collapse it down to the x-axis from left to right, it would go right here and it would stop at +3. So my x values are getting lower. So notice my statement, x is less than or equal to 3. It's or equal to because the line goes through the 3. There's no hole or gap right there. So an interval notation that goes from -infinity to 3. Oops, that's a mistake. It should not be a bracket, should it? It should be a parenthesis, my bad. There we go. That should be a parenthesis. Now, the range, let's look at the range from bottom to top. It lives at -2 and then it goes all the way up, right? Because of that arrow right there, it's going all the way up. So my range, the lowest value is -2. So y is greater than or equal to -2. Notice I have a bracket at -2 and it goes to +infinity. All right, I have one more for you to practice on. Let's try that one. Here's number 5. Let's try that one. All right, how did you do? Let's break this down. If I break down the x values down to the x-axis, if I collapse it down, it goes from -4 to +3. So my set notation would look like this. -4 is less than x is less than or equal to 3. So these values will be the boundaries. Notice it's open circle here at -4, less than or equal to the 3 because it does exist with a closed circle here at 3. The range, if I switch over to range and look at where would it collapse down to the y-axis, it would go all the way here and it would stop at 2. So -5 to 2. So there's my limits, -5 to 2, less than's always. And this one gets the or equal sign because it is a closed line, closed dot right here where y is 2. So the interval notation is indicated this way with the parenthesis -5 and a 2 with the bracket. I hope this video has helped, and please let me know if you still need more help.